Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. A riff, hello. Nightwalker, Linda. I think. No, Nightwalker. It's Stian. Hello. Sorry about that, Stian. Oliver, hello. Everybody jumping in from Twitch and YouTube. It's great to see everybody. Still figuring out everybody's name. So sorry if I do make a mistake about that. Please forgive me. I'm infamously known as that in some circles. Linda? A riff is okay. Good to see you, a riff. Jeff, good to see you, Jeff. It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't think I had a chance to say this yet. Happy New Year. Elena, hello. Hand pink waving. Thank you. I'm like Roger, an American Dad. Hey, Tony. Yo. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. For those of you I hadn't had a chance to talk to yet. Mine was uneventful. I am still on suit putting together an outfit for a ball. Rick, ho. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you. You're having some weather, I think, Rick. Skylark, there we go. Now that's Linda. See, if I said her name enough times, Skylark was bound to show up. Say it 3 times and boom, you're in chat. Oh, gosh, you all crack me up. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead, do some introductions, maybe. Maybe. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kozel. Elena says, good evening from Bangladesh. Nice. My name is Shawn Kozel. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. Wherever you were watching this, you were going to see, you have a pen name? See, that's cool. Okay, I want to know, does anybody else have a pen name? Now, chat, let me know. And this, we've got Nightwalker. So I will take pen names or gamer tags. Bruce, hello. Good to see you. So let me know in chat if you have a gamer tag or a pen name. Tony does. Tony has many. Design Ninja, Sexy Gandalf, many. At one point in time, no longer, but was a Fat Deadpool, but that no longer exists. I'm interested to know Shawn's pen name. I don't have a pen name. The issue with that, Arif, now we're already on Tangent Road. Hold on. We need to put a tangent for those of you in Twitch. Tangent train right off the bat. Okay, so I don't have open name, but I name my pens. My username is gamertag. Nice, Oliver. Why am I not surprised? Colonel Tony Tangent. How do you get to be a colonel? I mean, I guess if Colonel Sanders can be a colonel, anybody can. So, growing up and getting to that age where you're thinking about names. Now, I wanted to think about a stage name because for those of you that may not know, I was an actor. The reasoning behind it is that there was a pro wrestler that went by Shawn Michaels. So that was too close to my real name. Whoa! What did we just get? We got a big boom right off the bat. Thank you, Arif. Ooh, wake up. You can do it. There it is. Okay, Stian says, "Oh my god, I hate the word kernel because it's pronounced in an entirely different way than it's spelled." Hi, Sandrine. So yeah, I was trying to come up with a stage name. Oliver says, "Wait, you're not the pro wrestler?" That's a different story time. We'll skip that for right now. Okay. Oh, geez, you guys crack me up. So far, all we have is Colonel Tony Tangent. That's it. For pen names, oh, we've got gamer tag for Oliver. Bruce says, "I was trying out that mod view. Yikes." Yes, that's a tough one, Bruce. That is. I hope you're having a great day, Sandrine. Okay, let's get back. Reel it in. Okay, it says we're an ad, so we're gonna go ahead and do introductions. Hello everybody, my name is Shawn Kozel. I'm a photographer, among other things, and I'm based in Germany. Wherever you're watching this, you are going to see a Linktree link right there, Kozel, within the descriptions, and that is gonna look something like this. You can find me every place I am on the interwebs. One of the important spots is you can join my Discord and share your work with the community, and I will show it off on my live streams. Also, you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, all those other good places. And if you are watching this on YouTube or Twitch, make sure to subscribe, like, all those good things. And look at that right there, right above me. We got the Design Ninja. Boom. You need to join Blue Sky. No, I really don't. Stian. There's two issues with that statement that you just said. For those of you that know me well, the term "you need to" is the quickest way and fastest way to get me not to do. And this is in real life. My wife knows this well, Mrs. Shawn. Yeah. Just never, ever say "you need to" because you're not my mom. You're not my mom. I don't even listen to my mom. Colonel came to English from the French, makes sense, and is still spelt that way, as are lots of other English words. Stuart! Hello, folks. Hello. Nightwalker says, "Just joking," or "just kidding. It wasn't a 'you need to' like I'm your mom, but like you should." Devlin. Nice. At least you didn't put a K in front of the knee. Knee. My pet peeve in English is how recipe is pronounced. Every letter defies expectations. Now you got me curious, Sandrine, like how? I mean, the French is crazy to begin with. And I've had this conversation with Alex, and it's like you're dropping letters, like half the word. You just don't even pronounce it. You don't even pronounce half the word. And then sometimes, depending upon who you're talking to, it's like peanut butter. We are the knights who say "nee." I always read recipe as it's written. Okay. Devlin, it's good to see you. Same for me, to be honest. If people tell me to do something, it makes me not want to do it, even if I was planning to do it anyway. Yes. Beware of the rabbit. We're gonna go down a major tangent. Okay, all those the subscribe, follow, all that stuff. jumping back into Behance. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe. I do have a subscription zone area, whatever you call it. And you can always buy me a cup of Joe. And I think I talked about this last stream, but it was brought to my attention that once you buy me a cup of coffee, you can't buy me a cup of coffee again. That seems really weird, really weird. So I need to find a way to rectify that. Depends where you come from. If you come from the South, you pronounce all the letters. Yeah. I get that. Oh no, you're gonna make me read this. Oh, Tony. Why give me hard words? Recipe comes from recipere, to receive in Latin. I know that I totally hacked that. So for that, let me put in a broken bauble. Let me find a broken bauble. Where are my broken baubles? There it is. You get a broken bauble for that one. Okay. I didn't want to sponsor your caffeine addiction, so I didn't buy a cup. That's fair. I'm down with that. You know, I'm not telling anybody that they need to buy me a cup of coffee. I'm not saying that. Okay, I did see Bruce says something. Never conflate a Parisian with the whole of France. That's where all the French audience claps. I don't even know what that means. Bruce is getting snow in New York. Nice. Okay. Wow, chat is going. I think you guys are gonna hit a record of hitting the 100 chats. It's okay, no one knows how to pronounce Latin. We just take a wild stab with conviction to make it seem like we know. That's true. That is true. That was Sandrine? Sandrine said snow? No, Bruce said snow. I have a bit on my photography course where I pull up. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read that, Stian. Okay, let's jump into the Discord. I think I'm done introducing myself. So jumping over into the Discord, we have Bliss from Bliss Art, and this week's practice piece focused on animation. I believe this was done in fresco, not 100%, but T-Cloud. It needs a lightning bolt. Okay, that is cool. Thank you, Bliss. For those of you who know, when we ended streaming on Behance, or when we were told to stop, yes, Bruce, Bliss is killing it. Awesome work. Absolutely. On the 16th, there was a huge all-streamer stream, December 16th, that is. And to commemorate, to actually get the links to everybody and where they're at, we were able to put together a Behance project, and I was not able to access that. So for that, I was extremely frustrated, and I was trying to find people's links, and I couldn't open it. Couldn't open it, couldn't access it, couldn't access the links. So that was frustrating. So what I ended up doing, let me jump over into Behance. This is quite interesting. If you go to a project, you are going to see clone. If you clone a project, what it will do is it actually makes a copy of the project, but it eliminates all of the information, all of the text that is in that project, not text from the project, but from the settings. And it will put it in your drafts. So I was able to take the Behance project, which was really kind of dumb because it doesn't tell you what it is. Like, looking at it, you have no idea. So I ended up making up my own, but I was able, because I used the clone, I was able to keep the community's artwork all together as a whole. Okay, Bliss is hoping to return to streaming on here at some point. Thank you. I just use it to get people, I just use it to get people used to the idea that everything is in a photo doesn't need to be real. Stan says, like, they'll obsess with person not working somewhere anymore, so they need 3 days photo shoot to get a new illustration in. Oliver is asking, how could you clone if you couldn't access? I couldn't edit. I couldn't, even if I unpublished, I could unpublish it, which I did, and then I couldn't publish it. So Jack had to help me out, and Jack republished it. So it's still out there in the wild. But I could unpublish it and I could clone it. That's all I could do. I see you could open it but not edit it. No. So normally, let's jump into here. Normally when you hit edit, let's go ahead, hit edit. It will come into this mode, right? And everybody knows it. Everyone who's made a project, you jump into here. Now let's get back out of here. Go into my work. What I would get when I clicked on that project and hit edit is I would get this, a completely blank project with nothing. So of course that doesn't work. Anyway, I was able to clone it. So let's jump in, made a few tweaks, and then I had to go in and add all my own text in the settings, and add the co-owner. I mean, you could still see it, view it like a normal person, but not edit. No, I could not, as a co-owner who was blocked by the non-streamer owner, I couldn't open it. I could not open it. I couldn't view it. Nothing at all. So yeah, this is this is the workaround that I had to do. I'm just letting everybody else know, how this happened. So I was able to download and get everybody's work. I didn't need to recreate the project. Congratulations, chat, you received 100 messages. Yes, but you could clone it. Good old Behance. I'm glad it worked out, Oliver. So I downloaded everybody's artwork. I put it in some photo grids because the way it was before was just a little overwhelming. Like, you didn't know what was going on. So the first thing is find your favorite streamers here. Really important that you actually tell the people what this project is. I want people to be able to look at this and say, oh, okay, so we got Daniel, we've got Lady Jane, Aaron, and everybody else. And then the rest of the project is all exactly the same. So we've got, Lady Jane with all of Jane's leads, Daniel's, and so on and so on. So I have not appreciated my own project. Let me do that. So you set this up design-wise? Yes and no, Bruce. All of this. So the first page, this. Yes. And then let's get down into here. So the first page I made, then I used photo grids because I was able to download everybody's original artwork. So when I was able to download it, I brought it all in and put it together in photo grids. And then from this point on is pretty much untouched. I grabbed a different font and different lettering size for the links. Lady Jane. You know, and this is what everybody did. So like Lady Jane, if you saw her streams, Lady Jane was able to go through and she made this, uploaded it, and put her links in. And same thing with Daniel, same thing with Aaron, and everybody else. And if you scroll down, you might have remembered, I think I made this one live. If I keep scrolling down, got Michelle, Penny, Alessandra, Katerina, Mafu, Andrea, Devlin in chat, Uma, Jack. And then from that point on, we've got like Odari, Henrik, Ghana, Alex, Sandrine, and Joseph. So if you have your links within this project and you want to be a co-owner, you can. Just let me know and I will add you as a co-owner. Important. You can do whatever you want. I am not suggesting anything at all. If you want to keep both projects as a co-owner on your web page, homepage, that's perfectly fine. You can do that. If you don't want mine, the one I made, that's perfectly fine. That's great. If you want mine and not the other one, the way that you do it is you come up, and I'm not one here. Okay, so you come into your settings and you hit remove. That doesn't delete the project from your, it doesn't delete the project for everybody, but what it does is it removes you as a co-owner, which removes the project from your homepage. So it removes you as a co-owner and it removes the project from your homepage. Just so you know. They shouldn't have included me since I'm not a streamer, but no biggie. No, it's no biggie. It's no biggie that you're on there, Sandrine. You've been live. You were live with me. So I'm not, yeah, I really doesn't bother me one way or the other. They could add an audience members. No. You streamed once with Shawn, therefore you're a streamer. I think that's a fair assessment. I streamed. The Stian, the whole thing with an audience members. And yeah, no. I'm not even gonna go down that. So, okay. How many years ago? You know what, Sandrine? I think it wasn't that long ago because I think you're actually on YouTube. YouTube. Let's scroll down. So maybe a year, you were before Relink. Year and a half, maybe? I think this was back when I was just starting. Yeah, here we go, right here. Yeah, you can see I don't even have a thumbnail here for Sandrine's mock-ups. So it was just when I first started streaming. Sandrine says, I'm on YouTube. You are. Daryl, good day. Good to see you, Daryl. So yeah. And it was during winter. So yeah, a year ago. So there you are. You're on YouTube. You're famous, Sandrine. Okay. I think that's all the announcements and projects that I need to show. If again, of course, like always, if you have any questions, we always take tangents. If I find them, find them worthy. Bruce, you were missed. You were missed yesterday. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. And that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Wrong button. One moment. It's the community member status that counts, not just the audience. That's true. I agree with that. Let me open my Finder. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back. So Bruce, totally expected you to be in Prompt Jockey yesterday. It was supposed to be a fish tank, but we went in a completely different direction. So, the shark's for you, Bruce. I was totally expecting you to be in Prompt Jockey, and it was like nobody even suggested a shark. And I'm like, we gotta have a shark. We gotta have a great white shark. So that's for you, Bruce. Just so you know. I was thinking of you. Is that SpongeBob's house at the bottom? No. No trademark infringement at all. 0. No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who this SpongeRob is. Oh, the manatee. Yeah, it actually did a really good job with the manatee. Did a good job. SpongeBert. Okay. This was really cool. This was a lot of fun. Yesterday in Prompt Jockey, for those of you that may not remember, I ended up getting access to the live co-editing within Photoshop Beta and Photoshop on the web. So I invited Jack because as a person with access, I can invite anybody to co-edit. Just because I invited them to co-edit and they have access and we work together does not mean that they can make a co-editing project. I'm going to be talking about that. So I was thinking, was it good? Yes, it actually was. The afterwards, I was asked by Adobe to take a survey and kind of give my feedback. Now, all tools are not accessible like the selection tool when you are co-editing. So you have to work around certain things like that. That was in the survey, like these are the list of tools that are not accessible when you're co-editing. Which ones would you want? And there were like gradients and things like that. So, I was able to give my feedback. It worked well. The updating, like merging layers and things of that nature, seemed a little slow, but it's new. We'll give it a shot. Okay, let me see here. Hello, Ash. Good to see you. Uma's here? Not yet. I have not seen Uma yet. Okay, so this kind of inspired today's stream. And what I want to do is we're going to do kind of a more of a deep dive into Photoshop on the web. Now, I haven't done this yet. I've played with it, but I really haven't gone over it a lot. So this is going to be kind of a discovery stream, hopefully for you and for me. I'm still trying to figure out when I would use Photoshop on the web, what the benefit of it is. Oliver says, I think I've used Photoshop Web once. Why? Why did you use it? Elena says, I missed some people on YouTube, so I came here. Nice. Welcome to both places. Oh, to see what it was. Okay, let's start. Let's just dive into it. So first off, how do you access Photoshop on the web? Good question. Open up your Creative Cloud app, and if you do not see it up here in the shortcuts, as you can see, Photoshop on the web, if you do not see it, come on over here to your apps. And of course, like anything, there's 10 different ways to do things. You can access your apps from this side also. So clicking on apps, then clicking on photo. I would use it if I was on my friend's machine or traveling without my powerful device. I get that, Jeff. Like, I'm wondering if there is the opportunity or a possibility of me working, would I not have my laptop? The downfall, here's a major downfall, and I think the team is very much aware of it, is you do not have access to your libraries on the web. The team is very aware of it. They're looking into it. Okay, so up here, I hit photo. Then we come over to our platforms if you don't see it already, and you go ahead and click web. Clicking on web, you get it right there. Now you've got on the web Photoshop, Lightroom, Adobe Stock, Adobe Express. So let's just jump in. I'm going to go ahead and close down that. The guy at work was waiting IT to sort out his PC out. I told him about the web version. He didn't know about it. That's smart. That's smart. Aren't libraries stored on the web? They're in the cloud, which I guess is a web. I guess. Okay, so let's dive into this. First off, if you haven't seen live co-editing, if you haven't opened Photoshop, any Photoshop, you're going to open Photoshop and you're going to see join the waitlist. I never understood why that's missing, given the web is where libraries are and they already in CC. I don't know. Is it for when you are away, right? And Adobe Teams removed cloud access. So hard to use without that in the library. Yeah. So this is where you join the wait list. Now, what we've got here are a series of suggestions: learn Photoshop essentials, delete distractions, or explore more tutorials. Now, you can start with something new, so you can upload a file. You can jump directly into quick actions. You can start from scratch with a blank document, and then you have popular dimensions. And then as you can see down here, I've got Mr. Tony Harmer, there he is, from Max. We've got some of my recent past files. Over here on the side, let's go through the top. We've got Create. So as soon as this opens up, you've got a quick start, upload a file. You can generate an image, jump into generative fill, expand an image, and then we've got presets for instant editing. All quick actions. These are the quick actions, from removing a background to do boost shadows, color negative. You know, you've got all these presets going in. We've got your document sizes. This is all the same as almost any other Adobe app. So starting with a blank document, you can jump into custom size where you name your document. And remember, everything that you do on the web is saved in the cloud. So it's automatically saved and also saved to the cloud. Now you can export. You can export to your phone or export to your device. You're on your computer, but everything is a cloud document. So you can name it, then you've got a series of presets for your sizes. You can do your custom width and height. You've got all the pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters, points, and picas. Your resolutions, PPI or PPCM. Bruce, welcome back. And then of course you've got your backgrounds, white, black, transparent, or a custom color. Color mode, RGB 8-bit. Okay, next off, you can import from Lightroom, not Lightroom Classic unless you have those images synced. Now, I have these images synced from Lightroom Classic to Lightroom. So first off, remember they're a smaller size. They are a smaller size when they are synced. They're not the original size. But if you have your images directly in Lightroom full size raw, that's what they will bring in. Okay, let's cancel out of that. We have a Google Drive, and you can actually bring in from your phone. It's very nice. Okay, next, what we're looking at here is the home page. We have Learn, and you've got a bunch of in-app tutorials. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Then clicking on Files, this is going to be bringing up all of my files, my recent files. These are all PSDC files. So these it's not looking up any Illustrator files. It's only bringing up the PSDC. And this is Photoshop. This is Photoshop on the web. It is. So let's go ahead, get back here, and so it can load your cloud files, but not your cloud libraries, which are in the same cloud. The team is okay, I'm telling you what it is. The team knows. Believe me, in the meetings, they get an earful. They get an earful. They know. Yes, Photoshop on the web. So let's go ahead. Let's upload. Let's upload from the computer. And let's just grab this little guy. Okay. So what we have going on here, first off, up here in the top, we have our file name. And you can see right here that it is synced to the cloud. Good morning, Jackie. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a good day. It's synced to the cloud. Going into the main menu, you've got your new open saved as, save as, so you can save as a new document. You can edit, and it gives you some of the tools here. Edit your image, auto tones, layer, selection, your views, and you do have grids and rulers, and a grid and ruler settings. Your contextual taskbar is here under view. Then you've got your snapping and snapping to. Very important. Under filters, we do have a camera raw filter, so that's good. Gaussian blur, invert. We don't have everything as normal. Bruce says, good morning, Jackie. Thank you, Bruce. You can export as, import, open in the desktop app, and then you've got some settings. I have not played with the settings. So as of right now, we are in the color theme. We are using our system settings. The interface, we can go medium or large. Let's switch this to large just for the fun of it. Layer size, we have large and medium. We'll leave that at large. Toolbar, and you can show labels and language. Your grids and rulers, you can choose whatever size, what color you would like. You can go in and choose your spacing. So right now it's set up as 1 inch spacing with 4 subdivisions, and you can choose pixels, inches, blah, blah, blah. We've got a help, then your account, and about. So you can see everything about. We can close out of that. Now, as we continue going over the top, we've got our rotating, our flipping, our before and after. We've got our zoom. You can open in the desktop app. If I click on download, you can see I have a choice of downloading on the computer or download on the phone, which scan a QR code to download. Then we go to share document. Okay, we can invite people. So if I open this up, this is really important right now for live co-editing. I'm not going to be doing that today, but first off, you have to turn it on, okay? What this does is it creates a live co-editing project. So it saves the original or wherever you're at before you do the co-editing. It saves it, then it creates a completely another project that is set up with co-editing turned on. Okay, so that means it doubles the project. So let's say you're working on something and working away. You either get stuck or you're gonna jump in with a client or whoever, a coworker. Once you turn this on, wherever it is you're at with that project, it saves it, creates another file. So you cannot do the co-editing. You would have to turn it on again. But to show you what I mean by that, let's go ahead. Get out of this. If we come down here, this is a PSDC. This is the original file. Okay, that's the original stock Adobe stock image. Here is a PSDL. I have no idea what the L stands for, but it's a Photoshop document, live maybe, live co-editing. So it has created a different document. Clever says, can you invite a non-Photoshop user to a project on Photoshop on the web? And the answer to that is yes. They need to have an Adobe account. Okay, they're gonna have to sign in. So they need an Adobe account. And that way, once you end up sending them an invite, they will most likely have to sign in, and then they will have access. So the invitee has full access of any tool that is available during the live co-editing. As I said, some accounts are not, or some tools are not available in the co-editing. Even a free account, totally free. All you need, Sandrine, is an Adobe ID, which is free. That's all you need. And Jack yesterday said that, what did they say? Around 10 people, it gets kind of wonky. Why would you want 10 people on one document? Devlin says, thanks, good to know. No, it's a great question. You're right. You're right, Stuart. So PSD Live. That's what that means, I'm assuming. Wonder if they will roll this out to the others. Yeah, so maybe. I don't know for sure. I think they rolled it out to Express to begin with. And it worked great. Worked great. I love doing the co-editing. I've done the co-editing with Jane, with Jack. It works really well on the web. So if there are apps that are coming to the web, I guarantee Adobe's looking at it. Does it mean they're going to do it? I have no idea. Like, one of the questions in the survey that I did was, do I think it's ready to be in regular Photoshop? Because the editing is... The editing is in Photoshop Beta and on the web. Now I'm wondering, Devlin's saying I could use it in InDesign, but as a more limited way, less editing and more pointing. You can still give people, the comments, have access to the project and give comments and things of that nature. So that's the same. That's the same sharing that you can do. You got me thinking. You got me thinking. And because when I am working, let me open this back up. When I was working with Jack, you could see Jack's cursor moving, but you couldn't see what Jack was doing. And vice versa when we switch screens. So I'm assuming if you're using Photoshop Beta, the person would have to have Photoshop Beta loaded. I'm assuming. This is a good question. Photoshop on the web, it's a web-based, so that's going to be really easy. But I'm assuming if you are doing Photoshop Beta and you invite co-editor, they would have to have Photoshop Beta because they're working on their platform. They're working on their screen, on their app. And all you do is you see the cursor move and their results. Jeff, you are so welcome. I do not know if that is 100% for sure, but I think it would be. Okay, getting back to limitations. Now, we did some quick tests about locking layers. This is okay, obviously, first off, you're going to be saying, hey, okay, I trust this person to invite them into my project. So you're going to trust the person. I'm assuming, okay? So if I want to jump in and we grab let's grab a hue and saturation, and let's just do something kind of crazy here. Okay, so we added a hue and saturation layer really quick. This is talking about co-editing. You can lock the layer. Okay, we've got the lock right there. Now, if I invite somebody in, hey Frank, if I invite somebody in and I'm like, I don't want them to mess with this layer, like, this is beautiful, this is great. That is a conversation you're gonna have to have with your co-editor. You're gonna need to say, hey, I locked this layer for a specific reason. Don't unlock it. They can unlock it. This isn't like Adobe Express where you can jump in and lock layers and then send a template out and the person can't adjust the text or anything like that. The person has total control. Stuart says, I mean editors in the loose term, more like people want to change the price of it. Okay. Everyone's saying hello to Frank. So that's something to be aware of. Locking a layer, even if you're the owner, like I am the owner of this project, even if I lock it, adverts. Okay. We'll get back to that. Everybody on YouTube who can still see me, go ahead and we're going to take a quick break and stretch, have a glass of water, save, and I will be right back. I'm just going to stretch my legs. So, be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Frank says, I hate Twitch for those ads in the middle of live streams. Whoa. We got a big boom from Bruce. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Aren't ad blockers working on Twitch? The thing is, as an affiliate, Frank, it helps me. It's pennies, but it helps me. You know, paying for Restream, and those of you that have been looking into streaming since Behance is gone, whoa! We got a lurking from Daryl. Thank you, Daryl. I like that one. I like that. You know, Restream is expensive. And to be honest, I don't have enough subs on Behance. I've got what, 4 subs here? And Stuart can't be outdone by Daryl. Thank you, Stuart. So Frank says, I understand. I still hate ads. I get it. Is there a way to support the streamer while still ditching the ads? Okay. I do have, I'm pretty sure under my ads, if you are a sub, you're not supposed to get ads on Twitch. So if you subscribe, you shouldn't get ads for that streamer. So, and the streamer, that's actually a button the streamer has to turn on. You have to allow non-ad streams. Sub is not the same as a follow, though. That is correct. They are not the same. Okay. I mean, look, I have no problem talking about this. This is all new to me. I've only been affiliate for what, a couple weeks? A week now? Something like that. Week and a half, I don't know. 2 weeks. Anyway, so I have no problem discussing this because I see the same thing on other people's streams. Yes, that's what I mean. I'm sure you get, and the streamer gets more bang for their buck if you support the streamer directly. I watch so many tutorials on YouTube. I got a subscription, so I get no ads. Yeah, that's a good idea, Rick. That's a good idea. Okay, we are back here talking about locking layers. Within co-editing, the person can still unlock a layer and make adjustments. So there's no way as an owner to do a permanent lock or an owner only lock. There's not a way to do that. So just be aware about that. Wow. Okay. I was going to put that to the test, Bruce says. So how to best fund or support you, Devlin is asking. Okay. That is a very hard question. Because if you subscribe to me on Behance, it's what, $4 a month. And I get like 96% of that because I don't pay the normal Behance 40% anymore. But it doesn't benefit you. Now, if you subscribe to me on Twitch, you won't have to see the ads. So that benefits you. I get much, much, much less money, but it benefits you. So it's kind of like one of those things. Okay, which one benefits me as the viewer? So, you know, I've got some free stuff for subscribers on my Behance. Yes, I have Behance Pro. That is correct. Okay, let me scroll up through chat. We've got a lot here. Okay, talking about ad blockers. The issue with YouTube Premium is that you don't get ads, but you aren't supporting the streamer. That's true, just supporting YouTube. Good point. Stuart says send food. Daryl says send checks to the P.O. box. Rick says, good point. I bought Shawn coffee. Does that count? Yes, it does, Rick. Behance Pro. Just watching the stream and the learning benefits me. Thank you, Steon. Yes, there are two ways to get rid of ads here. One is to buy Twitch Turbo, which doesn't give anything to the streamer. The other is to sub to specific channels, which does support the streamer. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be the guy asking for money. So that's why I'm saying you as the viewer need to take a look and see which benefits you the most. This is why I have never, and I still don't, say which is my primary channel. Is it YouTube? Is it Twitch? If people are frustrated with ads, you know, you can go to YouTube. The more people that are watching the ads, of course, the more money I get. Liking YouTube helps and pushes out Shawn's content. Thank you, Daryl. I don't know if the streamer still gets the ad revenue for the ads missed while watching with Turbo. I don't know. Since I have become, and I will be completely forthcoming with you. Since I became an affiliate, and like I said, how long has it been? A week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. I think I've made a grand total of like just under $11. So I'm happy to watch ads if it gives you some pennies. Yeah, gives me fractions of pennies. Yeah. But then again, what you can do is do what like it seems a lot of people are doing is you have YouTube and also Twitch open. So if one comes back, oh, we just got from Oliver, oh, holy shnikes. That's, I think, for the just under $11. Come on, wake up. There you go. If all 13 people watching this likes the stream, it does help get Shawn content out there. But when you get super famous, you'll be rich. Don't spend it all in one place. Try to stop me. Thank you for that, Oliver. All right, let's get back into this. If, like I said, if anybody starts streaming and is on Twitch, you've got questions, or even YouTube for that matter, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, back into Photoshop. Let's go ahead and now this is interesting. No, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Coffee and an iced bun. What the heck is an iced bun? Where can you go nowadays and spend less than $11? I can walk down to the ferry. I can walk down to the wine bar by the ferry. It's a bun with icing on it. Oh. Elena says, I open YouTube and Twitch both. And you usually have Facebook open too, which that doesn't help me at all. That's just to stay in contact with family. Okay. Let's see here. We are on share. We're still talking about sharing. Devlin says, I appreciate you, Shawn, and all the sweet peeps. I want iced bun. It's like iced tea. A sort of sugary bread with icing on it. Nice. Okay. So, as you can see, only invited people can access or anybody with the link. So you have those two. So you can actually share the document. Coming up into your settings, people with the link can save a copy. You can toggle that on and off. And when they do that, and let's actually hold on really quick about that. Let's jump over to Frank. And I don't know if Frank is still here. Hey, Mafu. Looks like a hot dog bun, but with more sugar than usual. Okay. Let's jump over. Yeah. All right. So Frank was asking for a share for review feature. So let's open this document up. And oh, he got rid of all the comments. Okay. Anyway, so this is the share for review. Now I cannot do anything. I can add a comment. I can pin the comment to show exactly where it is. Mafu says thank you for last night too, Shawn. Mafu, I was concerned. I'm sorry I couldn't stay that long. But you have to know something, Mafu. You know, you are a huge part of this community. So you've been here for years, and no, don't say it's your fault. It's fine to have feelings. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But just remember in the back of your mind that you've got a pretty good community here. You got a bunch of people here that look out for you. So, you know, I don't want to see or hear anybody feeling down. So, yeah. Just keep that in the back of your mind, Mafu, that you've got a place to always go. Yes, you resolved the comments. So because Frank resolved the comments, all the comments that I made are gone. But this is kind of the same type of things. Don't know. You have nothing to be sorry for, Mafu. Absolutely nothing. Now I'm on the wrong side. I just hope you felt better. So anyway, you can put in a comment, and the share for review is, I'm assuming, going to be pretty much exactly the same as with Photoshop. So let's go ahead, get back into Photoshop. Boop, boop, here we are. So you've got the share for review. I'm assuming it's the same. Okay, so you can search for tools. You've got your help, and then you also have an app switcher right there. I have not done this. Let's see what comes up. Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was going to have like generative credits here, but it does not. But, oh, that just reminded me. Did Frank make this one? Yeah. This made by Frank. Bit of AI, bit of Adobe stock put together. So yeah, this is Frank's. Mafu. Okay. Mafu says, the other in my chat suggested I take a break from streaming. Okay, I don't know who this person is, Mafu. They are not part of the community. When it comes to you, Roland, hello. When it comes to you and if you're going to stream or not, and this is with anything. You just, if you feel worn out and need to take a break, take a break. That's it. Believe me, there are days in which I'm like, oh, do I really want to stream? Now, for me, you in the community, you in chat, all of you make me laugh so hard that it doesn't matter how bad I feel. When I start streaming, I always feel better after. So thank you, chat. Okay, Frank, thanks for sharing. Digging it. Yeah, no pressure. Where are we? We've got the main toolbar at the top. I always stream even if I have people who do not like me, and I don't care as long as I am happy and I serve anyone. Yeah, if people don't like me, they're gone pretty quick. if they're vocal, if anybody, well, the people that have been in the community for a while knows that if I feel that you are negatively impacting the community, chat. I don't care how long or who you are, you'll be gone. And yes, Oliver, it's my stream. If people don't like me, that's them problem. I agree. That, you know what, that deserves, that gets a big thank you right there. I'd love to stream because I'm fed up of work related stuff all day, just looking for the fun again. I get that. Stan says, so me not being gone means you secretly love badgers. I have nothing against badgers, Stan. Nothing against badgers. That is not this stream, though. That's another stream. That's another stream. Not this one. There's someone called Jack in that stream. Now you're gonna make me show this. Oh my gosh, Stian, just for you, buddy. To compensate for the lack of badgers and tacos, today's stream. Taco eating badger. Oliver, no. Badgers love mashed potatoes. So you and Jack are fighting over letting me stay, where you want me and the badger's gone, but Jack's defending us. What's the beef with badgers? Because tacos and badgers, Bruce says. Every single stream. Oh my gosh. Hold on. This guy right here was supposed to be a deep sea diver badger. That was the prompt that was given to me. That's the prompt. It's always taco trucks and badgers. And every now and then a spider is thrown in. I don't even remember their names. It is the frequency of the use. Oh, Steve and Bobby. It's the frequency of the prompt. And Jack and I have been doing this for like a year and a half. And that means 4 days a week for a year and a half, somehow a badger comes up. Is this background available in the Firefly Discord, by the way? Which, do you want that one? Bruce, if you want the link to this one, it's in the Firefly Discord chat. Roland says switching here, a bit delayed on YouTube. Yeah, it is a bit delayed, so I've heard. Badgers are versatile animals. They can do many things. Yeah, it's in the Prompt Jockey Hangout. So I wasn't sure if you wanted that one or that one. But oh, you can download them both. Hold on, Bruce. Let's make this easy for you. Let's jump over into Firefly. Jumping into share your work. Here you go, Prompt Jockey. Open you up, scrolling up to the top, going right there, right click, save image. There you go. So that's where you can get the background. If you want the finished one, you can do the same thing. Save it from there. Okay. Have we tried badgers eating tacos yet? You know, on Twitch and YouTube, the funny thing is, I have not tried to boot my mods. I know on Behance I couldn't boot my mods. I haven't tried on Twitch and YouTube yet. Oh my goodness. How long have I been streaming? An hour and 16 minutes and I haven't done a thing. Okay, so let's talk about the tools. What we've got here, if you hover over, I want my sub refunded. You know I love you, Oliver. I'd never boot you. I need somebody with knowledge. Okay, so we've got size and position. Let's scroll in. We've got size and position. That unknown guy looks like trouble. All right, we have size and position, generative AI, your adjustment layers. We've got select, retouch, quick actions, paint, shapes, type, import an image, your eyedropper, foreground, background, and your switch. So right now under size and position, you can see right now we've got our what do you want to move, and auto select is on. Okay, for those of you that are used to Photoshop, you have auto select, so you can auto select a layer, a group, or none. Yeah, then we've got our alignment tools right here, and underneath, we've got our distribute and distribute spacing, and very good that this is added. We have align to canvas or align to selection. I love flipping back and forth between to canvas or selection. I use this a ton. I don't know how many of you do this, but the alignment to in Photoshop is a great part of the tool to help you align. You've got your show transform controls, then clicking on transform, you can do a free transform, a skew, a distort, or a perspective. You can do it, and you can scrub. So you can scrub. Very nice. Let's go Command Z. Ooh. Okay. That. Whoa. Okay. That's fine. You've got your constraint aspect ratio. You can lock it and unlock it. Facebook is faster than YouTube. I noticed it today. I don't doubt it. You've got your X and Y, and you also have a rotation. Underneath that, we've got our crop. So you can go through, again, setting up your units that you would like to use. You can lock it, unlock it, rotate if you want. Set that back. Command Z. We have the straighten tool, which is great. We've got the rotate. Then we've got presets. We've got Instagram set up and Facebook. Let me switch sides here. Bam. Let me turn off my lower thirds. Don't. And Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or your photo settings. So that is going to be for your size and position that you've got going on. Devlin says, I must go drive around. I'll be missing out, so have fun for me. Tacos, Badgers, Taco Badger. Bye, Devlin. Align to key object in Illustrator never starts with the object I want it to start, so I always have to select the other thing and frequently miss, so I have to start over. I know, first world problem. No! No, 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 no. I am perfectly, I'm with that. Let's go ahead. Let's grab some shapes and let's just grab some shapes here. Put this up here and let's make it some fun colors. Let's grab eyedropper. You are not playing nice here. Tony says that's me in robot form. All right, holding down the option key. Let's grab that one. Let's select that. Oh, here's our fill. Okay. Let's grab that one. Do I need... Why are you not letting me? Interesting. Oh, because I have the auto. Okay, okay. That was interesting. No paint bucket tool. There's no gradients and no paint bucket tool. So, you know, just be aware. Just be aware. Ooh, blue's not going to work here. There we go. And let's go ahead, hold Alt one more time. And let's get this one. Right. That's too close. That'll work. Okay, so if we grab all of these, and is there, let's hold Shift, let's do a selection. No, there's not a line 2. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I was having that same problem, Rick, in Illustrator, trying to get the highlighted, you know, making the selection of the items and then selecting the align to. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're moving on. So let's jump over into generative fill. So what we've got, just so you know, again, it's broken down in tabs. We've got generative fill, generative expand, and generate an image. So first off, since I'm working alone, and I can switch sides again. Barbara, hello. Since I am working alone, the selection brush is here and can be active. If you're co-editing, this will be grayed out, just so you know. But if we go ahead, we grab the selection brush and a lot of the same tools are the same. And if we go ahead, let's not go there. Let's go Command D. Command D, okay, deselect's not working. Let's cancel out of that. And what is this robot running from, chat? And add to that selection. What would you like the robot to be running from? Anything. I did not expect that from you, Mafu. Responsibilities. I did not expect a badger from you, Mafu. Stian, you're slipping. We're gonna say an ostrich running. And let's go ahead and hit fill. And as you see, everything grays out while it's generating. Caroline, hello, an iced bun. Oh, we got a we're lurking from Shawn. That's funny. That's funny. I'm not the best at working and watching at the same time. It takes practice. Okay, so we've got our ostrich and we've got 3 possibilities here, and that one looks like it's actually kind of running. That one's pretty good. Number 2, I'm digging number 2. What is it? What is it? We can go with this one. So right now, as I click on this layer and we go back into the move, you can see what's happening, right? It generated that entire fill. Let's go Command Z, bring it back. And so if I want to transform this, and okay, I'm still figuring out the best way to do this. If I right click, ooh, there's not a quick way to flip. Click once without the shift key held down on the object you want as the target. You have to click once without the shift key held down on the objects you want to target. Is Man Z. Nope. What's under the advanced? The align to, the distribution settings. Okay, why is there not a quick flip? That seems something's missing there. Hi, Penny. Select all 3, then go off the shift and click on the target object, then align. It's not working here, but it's fine. I want shapes. Interesting. Let's open our properties. That's over here. Add a text effect. No, no, no. You have to do it manually. It's gonna be your XY. Let's unlock that. Put a negative. Negative. Yeah, interesting. So you gotta do it manually. Huh. I need to make a note of that. I don't like that. No flip horizontally or vertical in transform. I've got a meeting probably this week with the team, I just opened Photoshop Web for the second time and the site crashed. It's because I'm taking all the juice. Okay, so now this looks horrible. Let's zoom in so we can see what we're doing. And that's not looking very good. So what we want to do is grab the mask. Is this Photoshop beta? No, Caroline, this is Photoshop on the web. It looks weird. It does. It does, because it's on the web. So we're going to grab that mask. We're going to delete that mask. We're going to have that layer selected. And can I change? Let me see our layer options. Okay, flat merge. Convert to smart objects. So they have smart objects. That's good. Convert to layers. Copy. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Interesting. I was gonna change the settings here, but we'll just keep going. All right, well, let's go in, grab our select. We are gonna do a select subject from that layer, and it selects it, which is great. We're going to make a mask, and now we've got our selection. If I want to, we can grab a paintbrush, making sure that our mask is selected. Our brush size is fine. We're gonna paint. It switches, and let's just bring a little bit of this back. Who's pinging me? I'm live. Oh. Whoops. One moment, everybody. Okay. Mafu says I'm not on Discord. No. Let me get back out of here. Okay. Web versions are quite often made to help onboard new users without the full interface, which can be intimidating for newbies, Tony says. It, of course, has its users for others. It also has its uses for others, but don't think it's the core idea. I'm down with that. Bruce says, has anybody been in the latest Photoshop on desktop and had issues with the gradient tool? Just curious. Okay. Penny says, I'm eating breakfast while I watch. Welcome in, Penny. Welcome in. I'm not liking how this is looking. So let's actually grab a soft round brush. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And painting with black, what do we got? We got our flow about 18. And just do this, getting rid of this hard edge. And I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this, to be honest. Be honest, I don't know. I was gonna say Rick is usually showering when I'm streaming, but that just sounds kind of weird. Okay, so we've got our ostrich under the generative fill. I'm happy with that. As you can see, let me zoom in. It is telling me right here that this is a generative layer. So at any point in time, I can always get back in there and choose a different ostrich. And you can see this one is telling me it is a shape layer. So let's keep going. We've got the generative expand, which just like everything else, you can expand it, move the handles. We've got generate an image, so you can go in and I'm not going to generate an image, but you can put your prompt in. You've got your content between photo and art. That's funny, Jeff. Can't stop using generative expand, so everything else is just a blur. That looks like the ostrich from the video they made about when where you live. Oh, Ostrichwinkel. Can you have the Photoshop Web version without having the full CC? Yes, Caroline, you... Oh... You... Crud, that's a good question. So with the co-live editing... Well, co-live editing... Well, one moment, everyone. Let me... just as an announcement, there's no prompt jockey today. There's an Adobe Live happening at that time. Now, Oliver's pinging me. Where did you find this? Oh, in the contextual taskbar. Oliver, thank you. That's why you'll never get booted. Adobe links. One moment, everybody. Let me get this to load. That's a long link. Just wondered because it would be good for people starting out and not wanting to pay so much. The Caroline, I can't tell you exactly what is happening, but stay tuned. Stay tuned on that thought. This doesn't even... I don't think this is going to be updated yet for Photoshop on the web. Like, well, let's see if it's even here for all apps. Yeah, it's not even here for all apps. So this hasn't been updated. No, Caroline, I love your questions. I love everybody's questions. It makes this interesting. So end of this month, I'm going to be on Adobe Live from Munich, and just be there. Okay, that's all I can say about that. So let me go ahead. Let's grab our ostrich layer. If we go ahead and in the contextual taskbar, we go into our size and we've got more options. Okay, layer properties. No. Next generation. I'm on the right layer. On move. Transform. There we go. There's our flip. Oliver, thank you so much. Our flip vertical. I keep forgetting to look in the contextual taskbar. So, is it on-site event in Munich, or we can watch you live? Hi, Jack. Thanks for all the pings. Bruce says mod viewer no ads. Woohoo! Oh, we have ads? We must have had ads. Mafu, you can watch it live. I will be on site in Munich. You can watch it on Behance or Adobe Live on YouTube. So, okay. Just as a reminder, Jack popped in. There will be no prompt jockey. Sorry, I didn't know what's happening, but no prompt jockey today or Thursday. I was confused earlier. No worries. Okay, so we did generative AI. I'm not going to get into it. I've done too much generative AI. Can we come to Munich and heckle, or I mean watch live? No, because the studio is small. the studio is so small. So it's about the size. Well, you can't see anything because I got a green screen. The studio is small. I'll leave it at that. The green, Jeff has to go adult. This was fun. Thanks for being here, Jeff. It was great seeing you. Thanks for coming in. The other issue is getting into Adobe is extremely difficult. Do we want a tangent? We're going to do a tangent time. I don't know if I've told this story. So Adobe has several floors within this building, and you go in, you go up to whatever floor. You have to buzz to get into the office. Then the gentleman that works at the desk, you have to sign in, and he's got an iPad there, and you put all your information in. You have been emailed a code in which you have to scan from your phone. Then they print out a badge, and you've got information on the badge. Then you have to be escorted to any place to the other floors. Jack says it's the same in the US. I would assume it would be. That's probably where they got the ideas from. But the thing is, now let's say you just want to go outside. Nice sunny day. You're there for, many hours. And you want to go outside. Well, they have a rooftop terrace, so you can go out there. But the issue is, as soon as you go into the stairway, your badge doesn't open up any doors. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I think this was the first time. And the stream was going on. I wasn't live, of course. I was in the green room. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go catch some air. So I go into the stairway, and it was literally one of the slow motion moments where you close the door. I take a step for the stairs, and I went, oh, and I went back to reach for the door, and it was already locked. So I was stuck in the stairway, glass door, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh God, there was nobody in the office. So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Tap, 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 tap. And finally, somebody was going by, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and they open the door, and I'm like, thank you so much. Oliver says, oh, we have that in our office. I found people stuck in the stairways because their badge won't let them back out again. Yeah, there was somebody. No, I'm not going to tell that story. It's not for me to tell that story. It is not. So yes, I was freaked out because I'm thinking like, I'm going to miss my stream and never get invited back. All right, let's continue on. We've got adjustments. So we've got all of our adjustment layers. You've got presets up here, and then you've got your brightness, contrast, your hue and saturation, exposure, your vibrance, color balance, black and white, Gaussian blur. Gaussian, that is strange that Gaussian blur is it an adjustment layer? We are gonna find out. Go ahead, hit done. Layer properties, no, Command Z. That was absolutely destructive. Okay, this is good to know. If you wish to work destructively, feel free to jump into these. And I don't know why it's selecting the foreground. Why does it keep selecting the foreground? This is destructive. If we jump over to our adjustment layers, you can see that we've got our vibrance color, no blur. So let's try this again. Let's right click on our layer and we are going to convert to a smart object. So as you can see right here, it's a smart object. Now if we go over and do our Gaussian blur, we can hit done. It doesn't add it as a... Edit contents. After editing the contents, choose File, Save to commit the changes. These will reflect upon returning to... Okay. All right, so it opens it in a new tab. I don't want to do anything, so we're going to close it. We're going to go Command Z, get rid of that. Interesting that is a destructive Gaussian blur. Yes, there is a select subject. So if I'm not to select yet, but if we hit select, you can see select subject right there. And bam, we've got select subject. So we can go ahead and we do a Command J. Boom! Command J. And if we wanted to take this, let's take that whole background, Command J. Let's hide that one. Get back into our adjustments, do a Gaussian blur. There we go. There's our Gaussian blur with our robot. Cancel out of that. We've got levels, curves. You can do a solid color. And why is camera raw blurred out? Interesting. All right. What if I select that? Okay. Oh, it's a smart object. That's why camera raw is blurred out, which is interesting. Let's just convert that to a layer. Same thing here. And we'll leave it as a smart object. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to keep going. Within the selections, we do have object selection, which again, it's going through selecting each object on its own. You can add to the selection, to your object selection. We've got quick selection, magic wand, lasso, rectangular marquee tool, and an elliptical marquee tool. I'm not going to go in and show these off because I think most of you know what they do. We've got our retouch. So we do have the remove tool that is in Photoshop, but it doesn't look like it has generative remove. It looks like it might be the regular remove tool. So we've got the sample all layers remove after brush. We've got the spot healing brush. We have the healing brush, clone stamp, a lighten dodge, and a darken. So dodge and burn, and saturation sponge? What the heck? Let's grab that. Do soft brush. Okay. Mode, saturate or desaturate. Flow. Vibrance, yes please. Angle, pressure. Use pressure for size. Nice. Let's go crazy. Where's the flow? Flow. Kick that up. Let's actually see what's happening here. Oh, because I got that layer on. Yeah. Give it a little pop. Make our little guy pop. I'm down with that. Okay. Let's go ahead, do some dodge and burning, just getting some contrast going here. Be right back. Grab the dodge. Those highlights. Jack says maybe someday Alphonse will let me sit at my desk for more than 30 minutes. He just wants your attention, Jack. Before, after. Yeah. I missed my sippy on my sippy cup. Okay, so that's the retouch. Quick actions, jumping into those. These are all of our presets. We can make some of these a little bit smaller so we can actually see all of them. We've got background lighting, film, subject, effects, and auto. So if we want to go ahead and do the background, if we want to blur the background, will it do a... No, it doesn't do a preview. Interesting. Interesting. Command Z. Let's undo that. Revert. Okay. Getting into our brush settings. Now, I know y'all are gonna have questions about brushes. First thing right off the bat, you can add your own brush. Let me switch sides. Right there. So whatever, you can discover new brushes or import from files. So you can bring in your own brushes. I knew you were all gonna ask. There's a ton here, like the rough inker, shady graphite, an oil brush, oil background mix, watercolor flat, the watercolor dragger, landscaper, rough scratchy. So they've been a crosshatcher. So there's quite a bit of brushes. Then we've got regular brush settings. You've got your brush size, which you still can use the square brackets to make it bigger and smaller. You've got your hardness and your flow going into your advanced settings. We've got our blend modes. We can add a badger brush. I haven't made a badger brush. We have our blend modes. Oh, okay, so Tony is live today at 3 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. CET. Tony, have a great day, and I will see you in your stream. We have the angle of the brush, roundness, smoothness. We have pressure, use pressure for size, and use pressure for opacity. So let me get my Wacom out, or Wacom. Let's add a new layer. Bring that up to the top. Why did you quit? Just ignore. Okay, sorry I hit the mic there. There we go. Let's do for size. And painting with black, let's make it a little bit bigger. So there is our pressure sensitivity. Whoa, is there smoothing on? I do not like how this is responding. I don't know if it's because I am streaming. And why did you not switch? Sure. What is my flow at? My flow's at 18. Bring that up to 100. Yeah, you can see we've got, that is some bad lag. Okay, you are not probably going to be painting on the web. Okay. But it does work. I mean, it functions. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, turning off my Wacom. Eeh. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, moving on. As you can see down here, oh, wait a minute. Eraser, paint bucket, gradient, and a smudge tool. Let's make a new layer. Now, again, just so you know, some of these are not available. Like, I believe the gradient is not available. Foreground, background, what options do we have with gradient? None. Yeah, so like the gradient is not available for if you're doing live co-editing. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. And back into the brush. Now we've got shapes. And as you can see up here at the top, we've got our rectangle, ellipse, triangle, polygon, line. We've got a series of pre-shapes. Now I'm curious, let's go ahead, make a polygon, and everything, all your normal selections are going to be right here. So if I want to add a stroke, and let's do an outside stroke, that is an inside stroke, an outside stroke. You've got your line caps. Franck, have a great day. Do we have, okay, corner radius, number of sides. This is what I was wondering about. Let's get rid of that stroke. Okay, number of sides. Then we have a star. So if you want to go ahead and make a star. You can duplicate. Let's hit V for the selection tool, move that over. So everything that you're used to working like in the property panel or up above, let me switch sides again. You've got in the contextual taskbar. Linda, have a great day. Thanks for being here. And so yeah, I think that's going to be the big thing, is getting used to using the contextual taskbar if you're not used to it yet. But there we go. Okay. Let's keep going. Type. You can add, let's get rid of the presets. Interesting, you can add text. So the text comes in, and again, this is, can I scrub it? Nope. Okay, so within the contextual taskbar, this is where you choose all of your fonts. It looks like we've got all of the Adobe fonts. Yep. So you've got your categories, you've got your Adobe fonts, you've got your languages. So that's all good. We've got our color right there. And you've got, do a Command A, add a heading. Okay, add a subheading. Okay. All right. Interesting. This does feel like it feels like almost Photoshop, but a little bit of Express. All right, so that is our text. We've got import, so you can import any images that you want. So yeah, I'm not going to import anything right now. Let's cancel out of that. Your eyedroppers. Let's talk about our layers. So first off, we've got our layer panel over here. We've got our properties panel. And so it's, you know, the property panel is getting pretty amazing. So that's good. In like all the apps. What time is it? We're gonna, you know what? I need to take a quick break. This one is for me. So I will be right back. Stick around and we'll continue. I've got it probably, well, I can go as long as I want, obviously. So if you got any questions, put them in chat, but I'll be right back. Hang on. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Bruce says, dance party, you say? Intermission? I was getting low on water. I was getting low on water in the mug, and I was getting full of water. Get your snacks and merch in the lobby. Thank you, Penny. Stretch, drink, and scream. I do like that, Stuart. Boogie Cat? I don't know what that is. Wonder when Shawn is going to get neck deep in Illustrator again, or even InDesign. It's difficult to think of InDesign projects out of the blue. Yes, Penny, I absolutely agree with that. Now, maybe once a year, I do like a photo book in InDesign. And the last time I did it, it was an absolute failure. So am I going to do it again? Probably. And to answer Stuart's question about Illustrator, I'm thinking about, I need to come up with a different character because I really enjoyed the rubber hose characters. That was a lot of fun. I need to give it some thought. I have a few I can throw at you. Okay. Really cool. Let me turn off the layers panel. We do have a history panel. So as you can see, I know some people are very much, they love using the history panel. I am starting to get into the history panel, but there is a history panel. You can also create a snapshot, and you can delete history also. Where, let's see here. Is there? No. I don't know how much history it will save. Not a lot, because as you can see right here, it starts at the dodge tool. So I don't know. Not a lot. Caroline says, yes, the rubber hose characters were so good. Thank you, Caroline. I just need to think. This is my problem, especially, you know, we were doing the which challenge was it? Why can't I? Here we go. Motion and art. I forgot my own challenge. The motion and art challenge. Making these, I really had to come up with a story. It wasn't like, oh, I want to make this. Like, it was specifically a specific story that I wanted to tell. I didn't want to just make characters for the sake of making characters. That's the hard part. That's the hard part for me. So, yeah, it's crossing my mind. Okay. I don't know. I need to think up another project, either illustration or maybe another side gig. But I got to write the story. I'm just not feeling it yet. If we want to do another story, so we'll see. Okay, and for your share for review, so let's do this. Let's go ahead. We're going to invite people, and only invited people can access. Yes. Let's save a copy. No. Let's copy that link. Command V. Be gentle. Be gentle. Okay, so I do not know how this is going to pop up, so let's go ahead. I'm going to click on that link. Oh, it actually opened. Interesting. All right, hold on, everybody. 1 second. Open link. Cognito. You need to be logged in. Oh. It says I have to request access. Okay. And let's try this again. Oh, I have to put your name up here. Okay, I need to switch this to anybody with the link. Now, there we go. Access changed, successful. Copy to clipboard. There you go, try that one. And let's see if it's still, you have to be logged in. Probably, I'm assuming. No! Okay. Last link works on an iPad. Thanks, Stian. Let's see here. Okay, so you can't do anything. Can you move layers? You can't move layers. Your device doesn't meet the minimum system requirements for Photoshop on the web, or you may be in a private, yeah. Bruce says works for me. Okay, let's dive into here. So now, viewing can't edit, have button to request edit. The good, because up here, it should say view only. So this, we've got our comments. So if I go ahead and I grab a pin and I put it right here and I add a comment of make blue please. I can submit that. Submit your comment. Okay, I have to be signed in. Continue as a guest. Let's do Shawn Adams. Continue as a guest. There we go. I'm successfully logged in as a guest. And we've got that. Let me submit that. I just signed in. Come on. It doesn't like me. Okay. Let me close that tab. Okay, so as you can see, we've got Oliver, make it pop. We've got Stian, great work, though it could use more badgers. Reply, what? Can you move this 3 pixels to the right? Okay, first off, let's get back here, reply, and I'm gonna reply no, just no. We can submit that. Now, Oliver said move it 3 pixels, but doesn't say what direction. So thanks, Oliver, for that. Let's get rid of our history panel. Let's open up our layers. Let's select this one. And let's go 1, 2, 3 pixels. It says to the right. Oh, okay, fine. Sorry. My right or your right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We'll do it more. Now, once that is done, I can come in here and we've got a delete, or I can make it that it's resolved. And so I click on resolved and it goes away. Stuart says, I see what you was trying to do. Please change the robot into a squirrel. Okay. Are we going to chat here for the rest of the stream? No, we are not. We are not. So let's go ahead. We're going to come down to Stuart. I'm going to hold down the Option key and let's actually turn this layer on. Let's select. Okay, that doesn't work. So let's go into select. Let's do select subject. And there we go. We've got our robot selected and we can jump into generative AI. Let's do a generative fill. And there we go. Am I not? Where am I? Down here, you big dummy. We are going to put in our squirrel. Let's do a fill. Is there a go pound sand button? Stuart says this feels like I'm at work. What is go pound sand? I don't even know what that means. And there's our squirrel. And of course, we've got 3 generations. I like that guy. I like that guy. Needs some work. So, first off, let's reply and go, really? And submit that. And to Shawn again. No. Just no. Okay, so we've got that. Stuart now says, I prefer the robot. Please change back and add Comic Sans to cheat. Okay, so we can take our robot, we can get, or our squirrel, get rid of the squirrel. It's a generative layer, so no problem right there. And let's see, make it pop. More badgers. We're gonna go ahead, that's resolved. We can make it pop. No, not gonna do it. We resolved that one. But I like it here. That's resolved. And so is that. So we've got our comments done. And there you go. So I am going to actually get rid of some of these layers. Right there. We can leave that. It's nice you can reply to replies. They are never done. I'm afraid to open it up again. Okay, there's no comments. We're good. We're good. We're good, everybody. Okay. What do you all think of Photoshop on the web? In a pinch? Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to continue going over layers. We need to talk about layers. Oliver says, yeah, it's all right. I think I think for what it's trying to do, it's dangerous in the sense of you've got enough power. Until you get to the point in which you're stuck, and then you're going to be like, I want to open this on the desktop. Maybe some other things are coming. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. In the future, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, let's keep going. Stuart says, I know at work people would not bother as it smacks of effort, but could be useful between art director and designer. Well, everything that we just did with the comments and all that, that's in, I think, almost every single Adobe app. So here, okay. Can I be honest with you? Bruce says ads. Okay. We can wait. We can wait. Wait patiently. Wow, that was fast. That was fast. Okay. Most of the time, so I am trying to work in the most advanced version. So the beta. Stan says, wow, you won't believe what Shawn said during the ad break. Like the advances that are happening in Premiere Pro, if I can get away with it, I'm going to work in the beta. If I have to, if it's, business, which I don't do business, it's going to be in the regular app. So to me, going backwards, if I had a choice, depending upon exactly what it is I was doing, this feels to me the in between Adobe Express and then regular Photoshop. This like falls in between, because if you're compositing something and you want to add gradients, if you want all the tools that are missing within Adobe Express are here. I mean, literally everything. Now, there's stuff like speed and other things that are occurring that I would just work in Photoshop. But if I was getting frustrated with Express, I could see myself jumping into this. If I had to. So. Okay. Let's talk about layers really quick. We're getting close to the end, so if anybody wants to dive in or wants to ask questions, now's the time to do it. Okay, under the layers, we have add a new layer. We've got all of the adjustment layers, and let's double check. No, we don't. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of adjustment layers. Brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, exposure, your vibrance, color balance, black and white, levels, curves, solid color. A lot of them. Okay, so now, instead of double clicking on the layer, you have the effects panel up here. So you've got stroke, your drop shadow, your color overlay, outer glow, gradient overlay, the bevel and emboss, inner shadow, inner glow, pattern overlay, satin. That's most of them also. So I want to, let's jump in, grab our text, going in, let's do a bevel and emboss. Okay. Tells me right there we have an effects. Let's do an inner bevel. Let's set to chisel hard. Add some depth. I like the up. You can add the size. Little bit of soften. And we've got our light angle. So as I move this around, you can see what we've got going. So if we come back out and we want to add another effect, let's see what we got for patterns. Pattern overlay. Ah, there's all of our blending modes. Get back. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Pattern overlay. Let's do a multiply. Barbara, have a great day. Thank you for being here. And ooh, we have very few patterns. Very few patterns. We'll do dots just for fun. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay, so you can see that we've got our effects right there. You can hide the effects, turn them off and on. Not bad. Not bad. I like that. Of course, we've got layer masks. And then we've got arrange layers, which of course you can send up and down, send to the back. But you can, of course, always just drag them around as much as you want. No problem at all with that. And then you can delete. This is where you've got your layer actions. So we've got the lock layer, which we discussed on length. Delete layer, duplicate layer, Command J. Copy layer, paste, select all, load as a selection. Group layers, ungroup, hide this layer, show/hide all other layers, convert to a smart object, create a clipping mask. You can link layers, flatten layer, merge down, merge visible, flatten image, and large layer thumbnail. That's what I've got set up there. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of good enough to be dangerous. Dangerous. Now, the one thing that we didn't do, let's get into that background layer. Let's go into retouch. Crud. Where was it? Is it under quick actions? Nope. Adjust. Camera raw. Let's see what camera raw looks like. Okay. This is feeling really basic. So we've got our lighting, we've got our exposure. Tell me, double click. No. Won't reset. Alt. No. Okay. We've got exposure, contrast, highlight, shadows. This feels weird. We've got, you got a lot of choices for white balance for being a JPEG. Interesting. We've got our temp. Let's warm it up like that. We do have the color mixer. Nice, nice. Effects, we've got texture, clarity, dehaze. Nice. We can go ahead with the vignette. You can always add grain if you would like. That's totally up to you. I'm digging that. Okay. Bruce says, how do you like it, Shawn? I like it. Am I going to use it? In a major pinch. In a pinch, I will. Let's go ahead, hit done. Why did it move? We can just get rid of. There we go. Yeah, again, in a pinch. Question. Let's do a Command Option Shift E. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, let's see if we've got a merge visible layers. Let's do that. And it merged everything. First time chatter, hello. Let's go Command Z. Silver Grains, hi there. Nice to find a morning streaming photography. We are looking at the new Adobe Photoshop on the web. I've been going for about 2.5 hours and doing a deep dive into it. Welcome in. Great to see you. Let's see here. Yeah, I tell you, I'm gonna have to be really in a pinch to use this. Now, I had a blast with Jack. I'm a photographer myself, but I'm mostly analog these days. Cool. That is awesome. This worked really well with Jack and I doing a live co-editing in last night's stream. So I do see us doing it again. It did a pretty good job with its generations. I don't know what model it's using. I'm assuming Model 3, but I don't know. Well, we can always ask. Oh, I need to resolve this note because I'm not going to take that to the team. Oliver found the solution. I think Adobe is... No, scratch that. I know that Adobe is focusing on bringing in new, younger, when I say younger, I mean experienced, people to Photoshop. They are working on it specifically, and certain things that are coming out and in the near future. Now, with that in mind, being able to actually access Photoshop on the web, trying to make it as accessible to anybody, you can see they're focusing on that. Now, does that mean they're going to get rid of Photoshop? Absolutely not. You know, it's the same thing with Lightroom versus Lightroom Classic. They're not going to... There would be an uprising of unseen horror if Adobe plans to sunset Lightroom Classic. would be bad. I think it would be very, very bad. In the meetings, obviously, that's a no-go. You've got the Lightroom Classic team is a totally separate team than Lightroom. They talk more, which is good, because a few years back they never talked. They didn't talk, but they do now. So they're, getting on the same page with a lot of things, which is good. This does. Yeah. That's. I think I'm going to leave it at that. It has its merit. Hopefully, people do end up getting it, checking it out. Though sometimes I do feel like they're trying to just annoy everyone into moving to another product. Are you talking about Express? The thing is, we get in on the Express Discord. Oh, Lightroom Classic. I see what you're saying, Oliver. Took me a couple times to read it. I do get a lot of requests on the Express Discord talking about photo editing. And it's like, yeah, you're not going to edit your photos in Express. Silver says, it feels like an attempt at the quicker turnaround on mobile content delivery. Express feels like that too. No. Okay, no. I'm going to say, now, yes, that's the purpose of Express. One of the main purposes of Express. I find myself for certain things jumping into Express just because it's faster than opening Photoshop or Illustrator for certain things. So for me in my workflow, Express has a place that isn't connected to social media. The quicker turnaround, you have a huge percentage of tools in Photoshop on the web as you do on Photoshop, including a couple others that are not in Photoshop. So this is pretty powerful. Now, is it frustrating? Sometimes, because you're working on the web. I'm streaming. I'm all on the same computer. I'm not on my laptop. So maybe it would work a little bit better if I was on my laptop and not streaming on my M3. But, right now I'm on my 2020 Intel Mac and streaming. So I have to agree with Jeff. What Jeff said earlier about if you need to access or do or show something quickly, I could see this, working on somebody else's computer. If you don't have access to your Creative Cloud, again, the team is aware that you need to access your Creative Cloud libraries. Not having your libraries, they're aware of it. They're aware of it. It makes more sense when I include the product name. It's easier to read that way, Oliver. It really is. One of the things, it is nice to being able to, jump over into Lightroom, bringing images in quick. Failed to import your Lightroom asset. Why? Why? Are you not syncing? Libraries are not syncing. Okay, then let's cancel out of that. Let's open up Photoshop. this is one of those times in which, you know, happens a lot. It's when you haven't opened apps recently, and I do mean recently, you will get that syncing is not syncing. It's like, yeah, you're taking a break. You don't need anything. So let's jump into here. Let's grab my libraries. Oh, my libraries are always not syncing in the CC. I always have to go to the libraries tab and get it working again. Yeah, well, this is another option that you can do. So you can jump into here. Now, if we jump over into the CC, now you can see that the libraries are syncing. So some of the times, depending upon, you can get it to retry within the CC to sync your libraries, to get it active. Another easy way, open an app. I thought it was just something on my Mac, but now the PC does the same. No, it's been happening. It's been happening for a month, maybe a little bit more than that for me. And I'm not worried about it. I'm like, meh, okay, you're not syncing, that's fine. You don't have to work in the background. I'm not working. It's not an issue for me. So I'm not concerned over it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's close Photoshop. Let's try it again. Let's go to upload from Adobe Lightroom. Jump over to animals. So when this happens, it's good practice to restart CC. No. I just opened an app. That's all I did. I just opened an app. What do we want? We want a snake. We want a bird. Let's do the eagle. Okay, you are still way longer than a month for me. I think it started around the time they announced that the file syncing was being bumped off because I thought it was something to do with that. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You know, the other issue that I have with this, with Photoshop on the web, is I'm not a big fan of saving all of my work directly to the cloud. Especially Photoshop files. They get freaking huge for me. They get huge. So that's kind of a question, where is it going to go against your file? I don't know. Speaking of that, the generative workspace within Photoshop. One of the questions that you in the community gave to me was, where are they saved? Now, I was in the Photoshop meeting with Adobe, and I put it out there. I said, hey, where's this saved? Nobody had an answer. Now, you have to remember, these meetings that I'm in are with the community managers. They are not with the developers. So these guys, they know their stuff, but they don't know everything. And they were going to put it out there. Where is it saved, in what context? Let me open Photoshop beta. It's the generative, yes, the generative, no, not the web. Let me get out of here. Home, Photoshop beta. within the generative workspace, it saves everything that you've generated, and you can go back to it, you can regenerate it, you can use it, whatever it is you want to do. So the question was, where is this saved, and does it go against your Creative Cloud? Because I've got a ton of stuff within it, and the team didn't have a response. So up here, if we go into the generative workspace, clicking on that, and most of this was all done for Prompt Jockey. Let's get into our timeline. So all of these images are being loaded. Oh, you weren't fully paying attention. There you go. So that was kind of the question, is where are all these images saved? And I haven't gotten an answer, and nobody knew. So that was kind of interesting, to say the least. But I'm still trying to figure that out. I guess the easy way to see is if it counts against your cloud, generate a bunch of stuff and see if your free space goes down. Well, the interesting thing that occurred, Oliver, is if it's saving it local. That is what I was wondering, if it was saving local. So I know, like with favorites and stuff like that. Anyway, the point is, I opened up my laptop, I opened up Photoshop Beta, I opened up the generative workspace, and all my images were there. So it's not saving it local because they opened up on my laptop. And I was like, okay, they're all here. Interesting. And they didn't say something like, that's an interesting question. I'm not able to answer right now, but I'll check up on it and get back to you. Yeah, actually, they did say that, and I put it in the Slack channel. In the Adobe Slack channel, so. Firefly favorites are stored locally in your browser cache, which is annoying. Yes. Which is not a good way to save your Firefly image. Not at all. I mean, it's literally just want to sit there and look at it and go, oh, these are nice. These are nice. Oh. Okay, how are we doing? We're still syncing, son of a. Come on. All right, this is getting annoying. I'm going to try one more time, and then I think I'm ready to call it. Tony Harmer is going to be going live in failed import. Okay. Interesting. Tony Harmer is going to be going live in about 45 minutes, 40 minutes now, excuse me, on the YouTube channel Design Ninja, so make sure to check that out. Today, Adobe Live is starting early with 3D. Let's actually jump over there just so you can see what it is I'm talking about. And as a reminder, there is no Prompt Jockey today. So we have my time, CET, 5 p.m. We've got a 3D espresso. So that's going to be happening instead of Prompt Jockey. So I will be there for that. Let's see. Any other announcements? What is today? Yeah. I think that's all the announcements. Okay. Anybody else live right now? Should we raid somebody? Yeah, I don't think, no. As a Norwegian, I have to answer England on the question. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Okay, so we've got no raid today. Let me check one more time. We're still syncing. Still syncing. Okay. I'm done with you. I am done with you. Oh, I get you now. I get you. You're being funny and stuff. Witty. Okay, let's make a screenshot. Just so there's proof I was working, wasn't wasting the day away. Okay, everybody, just as a reminder, Tony's going to be live soon. Then we've got Adobe Live happening, and no prompt jockey. So I will be back Wednesday on prompt jockey, and then Thursday here. Okay, just checking out all of that. If you enjoy all this, remember, like, subscribe. Whoa, what did we get? Okay, we got a big boom. Let me give a big thank you. Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's all I got. All right. Everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay creative. Just be nice. I will see you all soon in chat someplace. Bye, everybody. I almost hit the boom again. Whoops.